What's going on? I'm here, Freeway Ricky Ross.
What's up, y'all? We just sitting here chopping up game, man, about the book. I was just telling the brothers outside how this book is an analyzation of my life, how I got started in the drug business, how I started with $125. I went on to making $1 million every day. And what I try to tell people is to try to take the drugs out of the equation and just look at the business aspect, the mindset that it took to go from 125 to $1 million a day. It's a certain mindset that you got to use, and we all had that mindset. And trust me, this mindset is transferable. It can be used selling books, selling T-shirts, movies, cars, whatever it is you want to do. We all need to get that mindset. We as a people have been tricked and bamboozled into believing that we're drug dealers, we're pimps, H's, B's, and so forth, but we ain't none of that. We are kings and queens, and we can compete with anybody on any level. We've proved it in everything that we go into. Now we got to go into this intellectual property, the internet, and so forth, and conquer that just like we did basketball and football and baseball and everything else that we went into. Boom, 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 let's get it.
So let me ask you this, man. From your era to the era now, what do you see different?
Well, now this is the fake it till you make it era. You don't have nothing. So what you do is you buy a pair of pants, a gold chain, which is probably gold plated, some knockoff jeans, some knockoff Nike tennis shoes, and you walk around with your chest stuck out, and you're trying to fool everybody into believing that you made it, when in actuality you doing bad. The rent is due, the lights is off, we got roaches in the house, rats, windows broke out, no car, no gas, and we got to stop faking it, and we got to make it.
Now, Rick, just one thing I want to say, man. When I seen you pull up today, you pulled up by yourself in your vehicle. You was driving. You selling your own books. You selling your stuff yourself. I don't know everything, in the background of it, but I know a lot of people today, they seem like they can't really, they're too good to do what you doing today.
And that's the problem, because ain't nobody gonna hire you. These people hiring who look like them. They gonna hire their brother, their sister, their uncle, their auntie first. Then they gonna hire a friend. And so if you don't look like them, that means you probably ain't even got no friends that can hire you. So what you gotta do is you gotta get out here and get it on your own. I'm getting mine on my own. They offer me book deals. Yeah, it came to me, offered me some peanuts and patties, something I would have still been living on the street. I could have lived all right for a couple of days, a week or two. But what I'm doing is I'm fishing for myself, and you gotta fish for yourself.
Now, I read that with all this money that you had made at some point in time, that you kept a low profile. How were you able to go that far under the radar with that kind of money?
Well, one of the things that I just finished reading a book called Post-Traumatic Slave Syndrome, and I had broke one of those syndromes without even knowing it, because I didn't need trinkets to make me feel good. I already felt good. So I didn't need to have the gold chains, the Rolex watches, the Bentleys, the Mercedes, because I already felt good about myself. So I took all my money and I stacked it. And my money started to make me money. And then the money that I made off my money started to make me more money. And then that money started to make me more money until the point that I was just telling y'all about. I was at $3 million a day. Some days, not every day, but once in a while, I'd have those kind of days. So staying low key not only allowed me to make more money, but it also kept the police off my back, because they didn't know what I looked like. I didn't have a sign posted on me saying, "Hey, drug dealer, drug dealer." So that's why I stayed low key.
So with social media today, how do you feel about that? Do you think social media is helping, or is pretty much telling on everybody? They telling on themselves with social media, and when you got, like you say, they faking it to make it, so you look like you got what you don't have. How do you, can you elaborate on that?
If you on social media and you putting dope on social media, you retarded. I'm gonna be straight up with you because they ain't never caught me with no drugs. I ain't never been caught with no drugs. The government planted drugs on me. My informant was supposed to be selling me some drugs, but they ain't never caught drugs on me, my own drugs, never. So for you to go online putting your drugs, your money online is retarded.
Because now you see online, you see pictures of money, you see people posting guns, you see everything online.
All that they can use that. That's all evidence. That's all evidence against you. So if you're doing that, you're retarded, and you're going to jail. It's just a matter of time when they get time to go through social media. Because all they're gonna do is go through social media and get one of y'all at a time. You know, because the jail only got so much room, they can't put all y'all in jail, but they gonna catch you. They got a list that they go by: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way to hundreds. And they're gonna pick off the ones at the top of the list first, and you on the bottom. They're gonna let you get a little bigger so they can give you more time, but they're gonna come and get you. What was the other question?
Now I know that a lot of people nowadays, they don't have the same work ethics as people back in your era. You know, what do you say about that? They see, like, they might see you and what you're doing, and they say, hey, you know, I want to get down, man, put me down. Or kind of like me running the business, they want to work. They say they want to work, but they're not working. You know, what makes your work ethics, you know, different than a lot of other people? And what's good work ethics?
Well, what I learned about life in general, man, is hard work really do pay off. You know, but you also got to be smart. You know, when I was selling drugs, I was working 18, 19 hours a day. A day. I didn't take days off. I'd work Sundays, and I did that because I wanted something in life. I wanted more in life than what I had, and I wasn't gonna be a panhandler. I wasn't gonna be out here begging and hoping that something would fall off the table, and if it fall off the table, I could get it. No, I wanted my own. And that gave me the motivation and the strength to get out here and go get it. That's what gives me the motivation and the strength right now. I want more out of life than just bare necessities of what is left over. Also, with this, you have to put some smarts in it. You have to study your trade. You know, when I was in the drug business, I knew everything that I could about selling drugs. I knew what the price was in Detroit. I knew what the price was in Texas. I knew what the price was in Atlanta because I studied my trade. Just like right now with the book game, I'm studying my trade. I'm learning where to get my book printed at. That's why I get my book printed right here in Detroit, because you guys had the best price on getting the book done. You have to study your trade. You don't stop learning when you get out of school. You continuously learn and educate yourself to become better and better at what you do.
Now, you've been to jail and you got a record. Now, what do you say about the people that got felonies on their records that say they can't make it? They can't find a job, they can't find no work, and nothing is happening for them.
Well, when you work for yourself, it don't matter if you got a felony or not. I use my felony as a benefit. When I go to schools, I can tell young kids about me being a convicted felon, that I've been in prison, and that they can learn from my mistakes where they don't have to go to prison. So what you have to do is find things that you can do that the felony won't bother you. And there's plenty of opportunities out here. I mean, there's a lot of things that we can't do. We probably can't be a lawyer. We can't get a job at the post office. We can't be a police officer. We can't be a marshal. But there's a lot of other opportunities out here. Truck driving, tow trucks, car washes. Right now, I got my automobile dealer license. You know, I can go to the auction and get any car I want. Show you my access card. It's my access card right here, where I can go to the auction and I can get any car I want. So, you know, I make money every month off cars, and I don't even have to be there. So, you know, it's opportunities out there for us if we just put our mind to it and go out there and get it.
Okay, that's cool. Now I noticed when you pulled up, man, you didn't, you know, you being who you are, known across, you know, hip hop, you didn't have no security. You didn't have nobody around you. You know, you feel that good in the hood, seeing that you came here. How do you relate to the streets?
I mean, the hood got love for me because they know I love them. I ain't trying to hurt the hood, and the hood ain't gonna hurt me. I just don't believe it. A lot of people say that I'm crazy for thinking like that there, but I ain't afraid of my people. You know, I think my people got love for me, and they show it everywhere I go. You know, I just come from Cincinnati, Ohio. Last night, I've been on the road all night. I sold 300 books in Cincinnati. You know, they gave me a welcome that was out of this world. You know, I used to live in Cincinnati for a while, but I've been to New Jersey, I've been to Philadelphia, Washington D.C., and it's all the same thing. You know, when people know that you're real and you're genuine, they're gonna give you that.
Okay, because I say that because you see a lot of celebrities that's not even up there. They gotta have 20 people with them. They got a large entourage, and you rocking by yourself.
Well, you know that also becomes kind of like the image to portray, so that people will start to believe that you're bigger than what you are. You know that fake it till you make it.
Okay.
A syndrome again. You know, they have a bodyguard, but at the same time, their mama's house is in foreclosure. So a lot of that is part of that Hollywood fake it till you make it.
And you go what I mean, you driving around from state to state promoting this book yourself.
I got to, because you know these dudes, you know, the publishers, and they tried to give me some chump change, you know, and I ain't no chump, so I didn't take the change. And I said I'll get out here with my own. I put my book together myself. I got one of the best writers that I could find to help me write the book and put the book together. I got a dude who do the covers, that does the covers for the major publishers, and I'm going to get it printed up at a company that print for the major publishers. So when you see my book, it looks, feels, and reads just like a major publisher did it. But just think about it: a guy with no high school diploma, no GED, and no formal education put this book together.
Now, is it true that they gave you life?
They gave me life without the possibility of parole. I found the issue that eventually got myself out of jail. Even though I told you that I was illiterate when I went to jail, I didn't come out that way. I used to read law books just like I sold drugs, all day, all night. Some mornings I would wake up and I would have law book in my chest on my bunk when they would be tapping on my door to come and get chow. So I put a lot into winning my case, and that's one of the reasons that I'm free today.
Did you ever think you were even going to make it to see for the free world again?
It was times that I wondered, you know, how you would be sitting there and you'd be like, man, am I ever going to get out? And then it would be times when you say, man, I'm going to get out of here, I'm going to get out of here. So, you know, I kept hope alive, but that was what inspired me to write this book, because I didn't know if I was ever going to get out, and I thought that other people should know my plight, what I went through in life, the way I thought when I was going through it. And I put this book together just in case I never got out, so that young people would have a book when they got ready to go into the drug business. They would have a book that they could look to and see some of the ins and outs. I won't say everything, because I know I missed some things in here, but I tried to do my best of giving them everything that I thought would benefit them. And even people that might already be in the drug business, you know, I tried to give them my insight of how I got caught into, even though I had $3 million cash and $8 or $9 million worth of property, I wouldn't stop. I kept going and kept going. And what I found out is that I wasn't selling drugs no more for the money. I was selling them so that I could go to prison.
Wow, that's deep. That's deep, man. So you kind of like you being the mentor that we once had, that we don't have anymore.
Yeah.
In your book, pretty much.
No doubt, no doubt.
That's cool. Y'all got something
So
to
y'all
ask?
go out and support the book, get it. You can get it at my website if you can't get down to Lavish today. My website is freewayrickyross.com. I'm going to be in Detroit all week. I'm going to be all around the city, barbershops, hamburger stands, wherever they let me come and push the book. So y'all come out, holler at your boy, get a picture. Even if you don't have the money to buy the book, come out, take a picture. You know what I'm saying? Let's chop it up and see if we can make something happen. Get some money, y'all.
All right, now.
And thank you.